Hello and welcome to Heartbeats. My name is Kelsey. I'm an associate of the Congregation of Sisters of St. Agnes. And today I'd like to share with you a song and reflection about care of earth. This song came to be a few years ago while I was spending the summer in the jungle of Costa Rica. I was there for an advanced yoga training where we were exploring and experiencing our spirituality while deeply immersed in nature. One of the assignments for this training was for us to develop a creative work that expressed our understanding of the concept of ahimsa. Now, ahimsa is a Sanskrit word that roughly translates to English as non-harming. And this is the most important aspect of yoga philosophy and practice, that we do no harm. There's a number of other concepts that go with ahimsa to guide our behavior and our thoughts so that we live in right relationship with ourselves and with others. And ahimsa in particular, as the concept of non-harming, invites us into compassion, generosity, care, kindness, and love for ourselves and those around us. So when I thought about what to explore with ahimsa for this project, the first thing that came to me was humans' relationship with Earth. This felt so right because of the context where I was for the summer. Our classroom was an open-air shala with a roof to protect us from the rain, but no walls, the lush green of the jungle joining our classroom, and all the little critters and creepy crawlies that come with that. The howler monkeys were around us, creating the soundtrack of our conversations and our experiences, and the ocean was just a short walk down the road. So in this natural beauty, it felt really right, really intuitive to explore how humans can live in right relationship with Earth. Once I had that clarity, very quickly, I, at random moments, started to notice these rhyming phrases flitting through my mind. It was very unexpected, but I had the foresight to write them down, which was incredibly helpful because in a very short span of time, about a day and a half, these phrases organized themselves almost into stanzas and eventually a full poem. And I said this happened very quickly, and you can imagine my excitement that I thought my project was done already a day and a half after it was assigned. And this beautiful poem was the result. I felt almost as if it came through me, that I had not written it. And I was just delighted to see it before me. It was beautiful. So shortly after, one of my peers and I were chatting, and she asked how my project was going and what I was working on, how I was approaching it. And I shared my story with her. And she was very excited, very affirming, really looking forward to hearing the poem when we shared in a group. And after the positives, she very quickly let me know her sincere disappointment that the fact that I would be sharing a poem meant I wouldn't be singing to the group. This was something that she and others had come to really enjoy during our time together. So I went back to where I was staying and really took that to heart and realized that she was onto something. I looked at the poem again and became aware of the fact that this was actually not meant to be a poem, that these were really lyrics to a song, and I was meant to sing, as she said. So then my assignment wasn't complete. I had more work to do. And I spent most of the rest of the time in my spare time when we weren't studying or doing homework or eating meals, singing to myself and trying to discover this melody that went with the lyrics. So eventually all of the notes fell into place and the song was born. That's what I'd like to share with you next. As you're listening, I'll invite you to just relax your body. You might close your eyes or let them rest softly and notice how you feel. Notice what arises for you as you're listening and experiencing the song. The notes and the melody, the lyrics, the meaning. They might stir some memories, some emotions, some thoughts, maybe even some sensations in your body. So notice those as you're listening. And then after, we'll have some time together where I'll share some reflections on places of inspiration for some of the lyrics and pose some questions for you to reflect on your relationship with Earth. So without further ado, here's the song.
Mother Earth, our home, where we've grown, all we've ever known, holding us tight with such honest delight. Some call it gravity, I call it love, you see. Keeping us down as we look around and wonder about many new worlds beyond. Seeking to explore if we feel so fond, but we always come back to our mother, you see. Seeking the place we were meant to be. She provides for us our every need, from air to food to the wide open seas. If we leave and return, we might feel gratitude. If we're here all our life, perhaps a different attitude. We take all of her love and care, the fruits of our mom she so lovingly shares, and use them to our heart's content, without wondering if she's given consent. Maybe another creature could use that tree as a home or food for their family, or just let it grow and drop its seeds instead of printing a rhyme I don't really need. To care for our mom is to honor her gifts and to realize she's the one here to give us a lift. She'd be quite fine without us, you see, but we're the ones who are in dire need. If we live in a way that honors our mom, maybe we inspire others to join along. We can place our feet gently down as we walk, bring our own bags when we go out to shop. Let some of our laundry dry in the air. Turn off some lights if we don't get too scared. Make some new friends with cute little plans, maybe inside or outdoors, so they dance in the glow of the sun and the wind as it blows, growing so big right under our nose, giving back to the earth and helping her grow, letting animals find a comfy new home. Our mom cares for us so deeply, you see, providing us all we ever need. If we only replied with the same love and care, imagine the light we could spread everywhere.
As you reflect on this message, just pause and notice how it lands for you. What words or images stuck out to you? And just be with them for a moment here. When I shared this song at my training in Costa Rica, one of my peers said that she could hear a children's choir singing it. Her comment helped me realize the innocent perspective from which the song is written, that we are invited into the role of child with Earth as our mother. The mother-child relationship is one of deep intimacy, and as we grow, our relationship shifts and becomes one of mutuality, where we have, as children, an increased level of responsibility to provide care, nurturing, and support for our mother, the Earth. In the beginning portion of the song, a few of the stanzas and lines were inspired by stories I've heard from astronauts who have left Earth, gone to space, and come back home. In all of these stories, the astronauts share such a deep sense of wonder, awe, and gratitude for our planet. From this broader perspective, from space, viewing our planet that feels so big when we're here, it's so small, and we're floating in midair, so it seems, in the vastness of space, positioned just perfectly for life to exist and thrive on this planet, including us. Towards the end of the song, there are some lyrics about real simple, small steps that we can take in our daily life to care for Earth. We're reminded that we can walk gently, air dry our laundry, take reusable bags to the store, grow plants, turn off the lights. These are all such simple choices that we can make, and yet they make a big difference. These little choices in each moment become habits that determine how we live our life. And when we choose to live and act in these ways, those choices and actions ripple out to affect others who we know and who we may never know. So each of our little choices can have a real big impact on those around us and the environment around us. And now I invite you to reflect on your relationship with Earth. So as you consider your current relationship, what are some actions, some habits, some things that you already do to show your care and respect for Earth? We'll pause for a moment just to sit with this question and see what comes up for you. And now, if you'd like to challenge yourself, I'll invite you to consider how you might deepen your commitment to caring for Earth. What are some new, small daily choices that you can incorporate into your life? Or who might you invite to join you in making these Earth-centered choices? We'll pause again for a moment here to sit with these questions. Thank you so much for joining me for this reflection. May you walk gently with love in your heart as you move through this earthly life.